Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set.
And already we're underway here.
Great defending, strong and determined.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Searching passes played there. Alexander-Arnold cuts out the pass. Shevchenko might just make this. And here's Van Nistelrooy.
Rivaldo.
That's going to go a long way. And that's a throw-in. Van Nistelrooy. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Rijkaard. It has been a rather gentle affair so far. Good ball, good take.
Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Alexander-Arnold, shot could be on. Shevchenko! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. And the keeper beats it away. Zanetti gets it away. Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. And back to the keeper. Van Nistelrooy.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example.
And he plays one through.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with.
He's a sharp little ball here.
Oh, that's a foul, free kick's been given. And he is going into that little black book. Either side yet able to force a breakthrough here.
Ndor, ball's played through. Oh, he's found support out wide. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Knocks it into space. Rijkaard getting this one clear.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
They've played it short.
Roberto Carlos. Ready to see rises! Goal! First blood drawn. It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and made it perfectly.
Liverpool have penetrated for the first time.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. Now it's Rafinha. Delivers with... Up he goes! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Shevchenko certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. And it's Stoichkov. Marmoush is a player who's always giving defenders headaches.
Yeah, he may feign to shoot and just play it into the box.
And Julio Cesar somehow saves it. Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Cleared away. Liverpool are looking to go forward now. Nicely shaped ball. Chance for a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Liverpool have their second corner now. Oh, what a climb! Decent enough try.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Bastoni. Stoichkov. Rijkaard. Nice sequence of passes, this. Shevchenko. And Shevchenko! It's hit the upright. Caught offside that time. Stoichkov. It's a searching pass. Oh, nicely intercepted. Van Nistelrooy. Undoor. Now he's got space here. It's a nicely shaped ball. Kimmich. Time and again they are repelled. Mbappe! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And this could be the final action of the first half. And he's heaved it away. Deep cross. It's a mighty effort! And the first half is done. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And we are already promptly back underway.
Lens really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked at...
Can he finish? It's in! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Rivaldo with the cross. Tries to get it clear. Rafinha. Marmoush. And Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold powering forward here. And it's Stoichkov. Rafinha is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get a
Chance, surely! He scores! So smooth, a signature finish.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, he knows very well that he is already walking a tightrope. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
So their fourth corner of the game. Terrific header! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Van Dijk actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
They're up to 5 corners now. Just off target.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Now it's Rivaldo. Oh, super ball. Great chance! They've done it! There was to be only one outcome.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can come into it, and it didn't.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat. And the shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Kimmich. Rivaldo. And here's Rafinha. Nicely weighted ball. Rivaldo with a definite foul there. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. He's having a good look here. So the perfect chance to get one back. Stoichkov! And he's managed to get rid. Look at the space here. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Rivaldo. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Hernandez. And it's Kimmich. Played out wide. Hoisted in. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Rivaldo. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Corner then. Corner count is rising. That's 6.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Van Nistelrooy. He gets big! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Hernandez gets rid without sophistication. Upamecano. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That's a corner kick.
Changement pour Lens. Le numéro 9. À sa place, le numéro 24.
It's a lucky 7th corner. Rodri gets it away. Lens have the chance to go the other way. Zanetti kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Lens will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Nice physical challenge. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. 5 minutes left on the clock. That's been slipped through. Rodri. Palmer. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Marmoush. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. Ruben Dias has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Il y aura 6 minutes de temps additionnel.
Palmer. Looking for the run. Alexander-Arnold. And Bastoni. Lens finding their passes. Right, Shevchenko. And the shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And he's straight offside. Marmoush tries to play it through, in with the challenge. Hernandez. And that's it. Lens were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's down to business here.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung heroes doing the dirty work, and Frank Rijkaard is amongst the very best in the business.
Some say the best ever.
Yeah, and I can see why. He's about as sophisticated as players come, and his role covers everything from reclaiming the ball to, well, pretty much everything else. Only a man of his calibre and cleverness can do that.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Van Nistelrooy.
That was lovely, that.
Tries to play it through. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Mbappe is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now he's got space here. He's picked his way through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Van Nistelrooy. Now it's Stoichkov. Oh, that was vital. Upamecano. Lens looking to pass their way through. Zanetti with the clearance. And this is Rivaldo. And he welcomes it in. Oh, shooting chance! There it is! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Après 15 minutes de jeu, par le numéro 9.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Lens finding their passes. Looking to play him in. Van Nistelrooy in acres of space out wide. Big header! They've done it! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Liverpool are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead. He rises! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Look, the defending wasn't too clever on that last chance. The cross had to be denied.
And this is Van Nistelrooy. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested.
Lens are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Bastoni. Now it's Rafinha. Julio Cesar clears. Taken back almost at once. And here's Rafinha. And this is Marmoush. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat.
Now it's Kimmich. Kimmich gets a foot in here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Big chance. One-on-one. Rijkaard. And Alexander-Arnold. Shevchenko. Marmoush. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And he's gone looking for safety. Lens have it back and can go again. Upamecano kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Kimmich. Mbappe. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. That ball looks a good one. Rivaldo. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. He's in a good position here. That's a sharp pass. And that's an excellent interception. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Alexander-Arnold. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Bastoni gets it away. Kimmich. And here's Rivaldo. And that's a dangerous ball. Kimmich. Marmoush. The message is clear, none shall pass. Vicious ball here. Now it's Mbappe. And he's heaved it away. Hernandez. And the referee brings the first half to a close. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Lens really are lucky not to be down by more, Peter. The manager's going to have to come up with something a little special to lift these players, otherwise this one's as good as done.
That gets things going for the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
And they win it back again. Now it's Shevchenko. And this is Stoichkov. Passing is crisp and sharp, and he's intervened well there. Now it's Mbappe.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Marmoush. Stoichkov. And the ball's gone astray. And here's Stoichkov. Stoichkov! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Lens with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. They've played it short. And here's Marmoush. Chooses to go back. Shoots! Lens have their second corner now. And it's been taken short. Looking to go deep. Defending of the desperate variety. And now they can spring out of defence. Marmoush. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
And this is Van Nistelrooy. Kimmich. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Rijkaard did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. Oh, not quite. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And he cuts out the supply. And the shot's on here. A hefty challenge, but fair enough. Now it's Shevchenko, and he was quick to react. Upamecano can get it clear. De Ligt. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now it's Shevchenko. Oh, nicely intercepted. And here's Mbappe. That's a good ball. And he's there to get it away.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Terrific header! And that's caused a worry or two.
Van Dijk certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Mbappe. Now the delivery. Oh, smashing header! Another header, but again the same outcome.
Maybe they're trying to cash in on this, but someone has to up the quality here, both movement and delivery.
And he's being shifted off it. He's on it, can he get away? The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. Chance for a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! And the lead is extended still further.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And he can clear it away. Van Nistelrooy. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Upamecano. Lovely ball and a real chance now. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. Roberto Carlos has been sent off, just to confirm, it was a straight red.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. Looking here to alter the direction of the game. Marmoush! Keeper's not concerned by that. Zanetti, the man that is tenacity personified. Looking for options for movement. Mbappe picks it up out wide. Delivery from Mbappe.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that. Lens really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up, but it's not looking favourable.
Rijkaard calmly anticipates. Now it's Shevchenko. Well, that's surely a foul, free kick.
And he has shown him a yellow card.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Le numéro 6, le numéro 9. À leur place, le numéro 24.
Somewhat off target.
Le numéro 4.
Alexander-Arnold. Nice looking ball. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
Temps additionnel, 5 minutes.
That has been cut short. Now it's Shevchenko. Great defending, strong and determined. And here's Shevchenko. Steaming on goalwards. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Marmoush. Now that's well seen too. Liverpool clearly now. And that's it. Lens cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling at times. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Passing nice and neat. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Well, Jim, in an era when we have plenty of high-quality goalkeepers... Mbappe! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort. to find that bottom corner.
Marmoush bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Kimmich. And here's Stoichkov. Zanetti. Looking for a runner. That is good alertness. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And it's Rivaldo. Now this could be a chance. Passing is crisp and sharp. Knocks it into space. Nicely shaped ball. Roberto Carlos kept his eye on it, and he's there. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit. And he's taking no chances there. Now it's Mbappe. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Marmoush is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. And Stoichkov! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Lens with the corner, there first. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, good-looking ball. Lens, disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. And he's intervened well there. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's got away. A lot of space ahead of him. And here's Rafinha.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Rodri, and here's the chance to counter, and he's worked it through, and this is Rivaldo. Oh, what a stop! Had to be at his very best. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
"15 minutes till half-time. Hernandez could try cutting inside here. Rodri. And it's Kimmich. Can he get it through?
And they're not going to make any further progress now.
Now it's Rafinha. And back it goes. Hernandez. Kimmich. Rivaldo. Now it's Mbappe.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
De Ligt. Kimmich. It's a searching pass. Kimmich is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Looking to play him in. Rijkaard calmly anticipates. Kimmich. Kimmich. De Ligt makes the interception. Kimmich. Marmoush. Now it's Mbappe. Alexander-Arnold.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
And here's Rafinha. Rodri. Van Nistelrooy. Stoichkov. Rijkaard. Now it's Rivaldo. Oh no, that was never going to make it. And the first 45 minutes are up. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Lens can take heart from the fact that they're more than holding their own despite being a man down. That's credit to their level of organisation and spirit. Now that they've got a chance to have a breather and settle down, it'll be interesting to see what approach they'll take after the break.
So he's been caught on it here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Aimed beyond the defence. Stoichkov. Rijkaard.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Mbappe. He's one-on-one. Great chance. Oh, taken with style. And the second half is off to a flyer. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
A 1-0 lead established.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Now it's Rafinha. Now, can they get him away?
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Looking for the run. He can run onto that. He's shifting through the gears here. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Lens still this single goal behind. Now it's Rafinha. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Upamecano promptly onto that, and that is that. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
And this is Marmoush. Oh, no question, that's a foul. And this is Shevchenko. And it's Stoichkov. Kimmich. Now it's Rafinha. Looking for options for movement. That's the keeper's ball.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And this is Stoichkov.
Rivaldo. Oh, well played, well sorted out. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
That's a cute ball. Oh, that's clever. It's a pretty loose pass. And he's quick to snatch it back. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Rijkaard gets over and intercepts. Kimmich. And it's Rijkaard. And here's Stoichkov. Marmoush. Oh, good. He's had a shot! And he can clear it away. Challenge just a bit on the firm side.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Now it's Shevchenko, and here's Rijkaard. Mbappe picks it up out wide. Mbappe looking to go deep. Cech claims it without any fuss. Upamecano kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Hernandez. Shevchenko.
Lens really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Now it's Stoichkov. Kimmich. And here's Shevchenko. And this is Shevchenko. Zanetti is there to clear. And smartly reclaimed. And that will be the final act. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. Lens really did suffer for their lack of... Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Stoichkov! It's in!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Liverpool are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. That is ended up in no man's land. And now the breakaway. Rijkaard. And here's Shevchenko. Now it's Stoichkov. Alexander-Arnold. Nice sequence of passes, this. There's the shot! He scored! 2-0, and in next to no time. Lens are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Well, the ball's gone astray. And they've got a throw. And it's Kimmich. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. And that should get the job done.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And this is Rivaldo. It's Rivaldo! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Lens have the chance to go the other way. Great vision, and he's in on goal. Header! It's a goal! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
But après 17 minutes de jeu par le numéro 7.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Kimmich. De Ligt gets across and deals with it. Ambitious ball here. Chips it through, and he's picked it up out wide. Oh, well played. He got back really well. Rafinha was only too happy to help out in defence.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Oh, important interception. Hernandez. Hernandez looking to get on the end of this. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And here's Marmoush. And it's Hernandez. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Kimmich. Mbappe. It's Kimmich. Roberto Carlos. And back to the keeper. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Liverpool have their second corner now. Rivaldo with the short one. That has been knocked clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Zanetti gets across to intercept that. Julio Cesar comes out and deals with it. Looking for a runner. Dink through. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And he can clear it away. Now it's Mbappe.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's played in. Kimmich clears it away. Now, can they get him away? Brilliantly cut out. Chance! It's in! They are right back in business.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
This has become one superb game of football.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you've so...
Big chance! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Stoichkov really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
Rodri. And it's Roberto Carlos. It's an inviting looking ball, that. It's a pretty loose pass. Marmoush. And this is Shevchenko. Shevchenko. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Rijkaard. Well-timed, excellent interception. It's a searching pass. Bastoni gets over and intercepts. Kimmich. Marmoush is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. And the whistle goes for half-time. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half. What a good half. They've gone blow for blow, and it's 2-2. And the game has already resumed here. Van Nistelrooy was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Julio Cesar breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. A probing pass. And they can counter here. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Great pressure, plenty of it. Rafinha. Marmoush. And this is Stoichkov. Shevchenko. Nice control. Shevchenko! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And he nearly went all the way.
Yeah, I think he's a little annoyed with himself there, Peter, because he did pretty much everything right up to the end.
Rafinha looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
And the shot! Goal! Lawns! And they've got their lead back. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Shot, surely! He's got a goal! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Shevchenko really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Shevchenko, real chance! Shevchenko! This guy is class! About as smooth as it gets! And look at his joy! Is this not why we love the game?
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
That has been cut short. And that's a throw-in. Rafinha. Ball's gone out of play. Rodri. Kimmich. De Ligt cuts out the pass. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And the counter is on. Marmoush. Now it's Shevchenko.
Oh, really well played.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Rodri has a look and plays it forward. Now it's Rafinha. Rivaldo. Driving forward. Van Nistelrooy. Oh, this is a very good run. Rodri. Rijkaard. And here's Mbappe. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Stoichkov.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And here's Mbappe. Rafinha. Not the most accurate pass. Not too much more here than seeing out time and time. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And that's going to be a booking. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Le numéro 4.
Always going over the top. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Van Nistelrooy. Shevchenko is having the time of his life here.
3 minutes.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And that's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. And he is going into that little black book. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. Marmoush, now it's Pedri, played into space. Oh, well measured. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do. There could be only one outcome. Shevchenko on the score sheet 3 times. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And already we're underway here. And he has been fouled there.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Engages and forces him off the ball. And here's the chance to counter. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. And he's there to retrieve it. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, good take in a good area. Well, there's contact there one way or another. Oh, it's a penalty. Lens really could have done without this. This for the lead. Doubt. Not much more than a formality.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Right, Shevchenko tries to think it through. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Bastoni calmly anticipates. Rodri. Rivaldo. That's an imaginative pass. That looks a cracking ball. And that's a simple one for the keeper. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Searching pass he's played there. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And here's Marmoush. He's a sharp little ball here. Lens are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, he's been caught napping. Delivery from Mbappe. Oh, there's the clearance. Pass somewhat off target. Upamecano.
Lens are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Brilliantly cut out. Kimmich. Marmoush is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Real chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Lens really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Roberto Carlos. And it's Rodri. And here's Mbappe. It's a searching pass. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Marmoush. Well, that has not gone well. Played into space.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, what a climb! Really well taken goal. They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Lens are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produce something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Takes a shot! Goal! Lawns! And the comeback is complete! There was to be only one outcome.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be up.
And that's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. And he has shown him a yellow card. Zanetti can get it clear. Now he's got space here. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now it's Rafinha. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. Hernandez did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process.
Well, when the ref tells you you're going to get booked next time, you should listen.
Stoichkov. Lens have hit a quick-fire double here and are 2-1 up. What a comeback. Rivaldo quietly revving up. And reclaimed it in a trice. Passing is crisp and sharp. And here's Stoichkov. That's offside. Yes, it is. Kimmich. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Shevchenko. Ambitious ball here. Oh, well played, well played. And it's half-time here. Lens come roaring back in quite some style. We've got a very different game now. The midway point of the game.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Lens head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1. So we're just settling back into this second half. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Rijkaard gets rid without sophistication. Van Dijk. Rijkaard. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. He can get that clear. Hernandez. That's a cute ball. Oh, he's found support out wide. Looking for a corner. And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Cross goes in there. It's a mighty effort! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Rijkaard. And Zanetti. Kimmich. And it's Rivaldo. Rijkaard. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Here's Rivaldo. Rijkaard did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Van Dijk has been shown a second yellow, just to confirm. He is therefore off. Alexander-Arnold. And it's lofted through here. No luck with that dink over the top. And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.
Mesdames et messieurs, votre attention s'il vous plaît. Un jeune garçon vêtu d'un t-shirt jaune attend ses parents au secrétariat du club. Ses parents sont priés de se faire connaître.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Well, Peter, I look at this side and think to myself, who's going to make the difference? Well, there's only one answer, and it has to be Rivaldo. He's capable of producing some extraordinary moments.
Indeed. Offensively, I guess there's very little, if anything, missing from his game. And he's there to belt it away. Can he get on the end of this? Flings in a big header! That's going to go a long way. Struck first time! And that's off target.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Kimmich. Mbappe. And here's Van Nistelrooy. And here's De Bruyne. Bastoni spots it and intercepts. Kimmich did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Neymar. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Stoichkov. Now it's Shevchenko. Oh, that's well spotted. Well, it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more likely to register first.
Rivaldo plays it short. Good take, and is he in? Oh, shooting chance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
Well, it's been a very attacking start here. It's looking good for them if they can maintain what we've seen.
Alexander-Arnold has it out wide and in space. It's their second corner of the game. Stoichkov goes short. Alexander-Arnold, and he shoots! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Alexander-Arnold really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Lens have their third corner. That has been knocked clear. Liverpool have the chance to go the other way. Well, that pass isn't the best. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And this is Marmoush. And it's hoisted clear. Neymar. Plenty of endeavour from either side, but not much of it in the vicinity of either goal.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
Searching pass he's played there. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Nicely weighted ball. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. It's a good 30-35 yards out, this.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
Alexander-Arnold. Now, who's going to be first to this? De Bruyne looking to penetrate opposition lines. Nicely worked. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Mbappe finds himself offside. Pinches it off him. That is ended up in no man's land. Now it's Shevchenko. And it's Alexander-Arnold. So much time and space here. And he's gone backward here. Neymar.
Lens couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Now, can they get him away? Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Rivaldo having a look. And a great opportunity to open the scoring here. Marmoush is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. Kimmich. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Oh, he's taken it. And it's Stoichkov. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Pass somewhat off target. Looking for options for movement. This looks promising. And he's managed to get free. Kimmich. And that is a little undercooked. Stoichkov. Stoichkov. Good driving run. Neymar. That's a cute ball. Now it's Mbappe. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps
And
additionnel.
here's Van Nistelrooy. Shevchenko. Zanetti gets across to intercept that. And it's Shevchenko. Mbappe. There's the whistle for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Yeah, it's a half that's had a limp finish after a decent start, so the manager has to re-energise and re-enthuse his players to come back out pumped.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Kimmich. Rijkaard. It's a searching pass. And it's gone all the way through to the keeper. Not the most accurate pass. Stoichkov. Neymar.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's in on goal! Played out towards the right wing. Zanetti tries to clear.
Was that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Couldn't squeeze it through, and he was quick to react. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. And now they can clear their lines. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Stoichkov.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now there's a fine ball. He's having a shot! Oh, he's been caught napping. And they've caught Reed. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Rafinha really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Played into space. Well, that's surely a foul, free kick. And he has shown him a yellow card. That comes as a mighty relief. Lens get their fourth corner. And it's been taken short. And he's there to get it away. Bastoni. That's a good ball. Rafinha! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And it's Stoichkov. Little pass back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
He's got to goal! He want to be quick to recover this. He whips it across. And he gets rid in a hurry. Kimmich. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's shifting through the... And the finish! He has done it! And that could well be the winner!
Well, what a shift in moods here, Peter. That weight's finally off their shoulders, and tails are well and truly up.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And Stoichkov! And that would have won it.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
They're up to 5 corners now.
Changement en cours.
They've played it short. Marmouche. No way through, so back it comes. Goes for a shot! The corner count is rising. That's 6. Stoichkov with the short one. It's a lucky 7th corner. And it's been taken short. Alexander-Arnold.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Alexander-Arnold is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And it's Rooney. He's a sharp little ball here. I think we're just about done here. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Now it's Stoichkov.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
Kimmich has a shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Well, the corners keep on coming. This is their 8th of the game now. Gets big! No, not the best of headers.
Changement pour Lens. Le numéro 9.
Lens have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution.
Le numéro 4.
Kimmich. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. And it's Van Nistelrooy. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, where can I start? There's so much to admire in this team and how they went about things, very tidy and yet retaining all the necessary battling qualities you want from a team.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. And here's Van Nistelrooy. Chance! Off the post! Nicely shaped ball. Rijkaard gets across to intercept that.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
He's through, now is he in? And that could well leave a mark. He's gone for goal.
You know, Peter, even from up here, I can sense a quiet determination from Rivaldo. Someone who's always let his football do the talking.
And his shooting especially, he has one of those genuinely piercing shots.
And tremendous skill as well, and imagination.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Rafinha. Couple of decent early chances. It bodes well for an exciting game. And the counter is on. Van Dijk pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. He's got away. Chance, surely! Oh, what's he giving here? He's given a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. So this the chance to fire his team in front. 1-0, never any doubt. Not much more than a formality.
A picture of confidence, that was never missing.
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Looking for the run. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Upamecano. Hernandez. And this is Stoichkov. And he's managed to get free. Chooses to go back. He's going for goal! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
Ambitious ball here. Pass somewhat off target. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score.
Pretty robust defending.
Great chance! And that's caused a worry or two.
I don't need to tell you he got underneath it, and there's only one place it can go.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Lens with the corner, there first. And a chance!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Bastoni. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. And here's Shevchenko. And here's Marmoush. And Marmoush! Oh, it's come off the upright. And it's in! And they're at it again! In double quick time! He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Kimmich. Marmoush is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. He's picked his way through. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Rafinha picks it up out wide. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. He has found the way through. And he was alert to it.
Mbappe really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
And that's a throw. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
And it's Rivaldo. Stoichkov. Shevchenko. Rijkaard.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
And again, they run up against stubborn defending. And this is Rivaldo. Referee has just said play on. Now it's Rijkaard. That's been slipped through. And he's away. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And that'll be the final action of the first half.
Lens are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
Lens go in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion. So we're just settling back into this second half. Rivaldo tries to pass it through. Tries a shot! Really well taken goal. And the second half is off to a flyer.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Liverpool get themselves back into contention.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Looking for options for movement. He's found a way through. Real chance here. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Kimmich did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Undur. Rafinha is being harried and hassled.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Marmoush. Oh, he's burst. Marmoush! And again. It's there. And this is getting better and better. Shevchenko at his razor-sharp best there.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. So the lead now is 2. Marmoush! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Lens have their second corner now. They've played it short. Now it's Kimmich. Liverpool have the chance to go the other way. He's shifting through the gears here. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And here's Stoichkov. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Now this is interesting. He has already had his name taken once. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rate it in or suffer the consequences.
Great chance here from position A1. So, a genuine chance to increase the lead. Marmoush! Oh, crossbar! Mbappe. That has ended up in no man's land. He's chosen to go back. Marmoush. He's had a shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Now it's Shevchenko. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
He's having a good look here. An opportunity then to pull clear here. Stoichkov! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And it's Rijkaard. Back into the middle. Thinks about the shot. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. And he's gone looking for safety. Stoichkov strokes it back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
And the shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are cruising away! Simplicity itself.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Knocks it into space. He's found some space. It looks as though the ref has given a penalty. He has. Lens present their opponents with the best possible chance here. Eyeball to eyeball with the goalkeeper.
Le numéro 4.
Oh, it's hit the post! And that's a poor penalty.
Not the best spot kick I've ever seen, but they've got to keep their heads up and chase this game.
Great vision. Mbappe.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Upamecano clears it away. And now they can spring out of defence. Mbappe has given away a free kick. Rijkaard. Hernandez. Pedri in acres of space out wide. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Into the last 5 minutes. Lens clearly now in lead preservation mode. Marmoush. Oh, he's bustling through here. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Danger averted for now. Marmoush. Can he finish? Fantastic from Marmoush. He's got himself an absolute peach.
Après 89
Just
minutes de jeu.
cruising. They are cruising.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
Il y aura 6 minutes de temps additionnel.
Lens are having a ball here. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Can he get on the end of this? Upamecano gets it clear. Pedri, chance here to counter. Oh, that's a key interception. Undur. Nicked it back promptly. Kimmich. Hernandez. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Undur. And time is up. Lens, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against them right now. Marmoush taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Your final thoughts?